lovers, welcome to another fun, exciting episode of Drunk Reads. I'm your hot mess of a host, Kerrigan Grant, and welcome to my place, y'all. This week's episode is going to be about the book Convict by author Roxie Noir. Now, in case you haven't read anything by her, she's a fantastic author, and I'm not just saying that because I consider her one of my author friends. I'm not biased whatsoever. I loved her first series. And now she's writing Bad Boys. And y'all know how I feel about that. I mean, come on. Who doesn't love a good alpha bad boy, right? So, let's dive in. You know what time it is. And we're back. Drinky, drinky, done, done. Convict by Roxie Noir. Noir. I took 3 years of French in high school, and I still love saying that word, noir. It's a way cooler word than dark, don't you think? So we start off the book with this fantastic opening line. The ocean is bullshit. Now, this is a guy after my own heart, because I have to agree full-heartedly, because I'm not the kind of go swimming in the ocean person, if you know what I mean. I'm terrified of sharks, and B, I don't really like swimming in the ocean because it's just dirty and gross, and you know, fish and other sea creatures are in there, and you're all just swimming around in the same vat of water, and it's kind of gross if you think about it. And people go swimming in that water like it's no big thing. Do you people? But that's not how I roll at all. Maybe it's just me. I do love the beach though. That one-liner just kind of grabs you right off the bat. You're like, what is this dude doing? Is he drowning? What's happening? Because I need to know these things before I get invested in this book about a man drowning before anything even happens. But luckily for us, that's not what happens at all. Who says this, you might ask? Who thinks such a terrible thought about the ocean? Even though I agree with him, his name is Stone Williams, and he is our bad boy of the book. Whew, and let me tell y'all what, he is one sexy mofo. So we come in on the book, and he's surfing, and he's chilling out on the waves, and by chilling I mean literally almost dying, because he sucks at surfing. Out of the corner of his eye, he sees somebody. It's not just some other surfer dude. Oh no, and it's not just a woman. She's a hot woman. And he's like, aw, snap. She is all the way over there, and he can barely even see her, and he's already having all these dirty thoughts about her. And I'm like, dude, like, buy her a drink. You know what I'm saying? Like go say hi. You realize why he's so, like, gung-ho? Holy shit, this beautiful woman over here. You realize that he's actually a convict. He was in prison, and he's like, whoa, this hot chick. Let me get a piece of that. He ends up, you know, almost dying. The best part is when he totally wipes out on the beach, just crashes and burns like bad. And he's like kicking his fucking surfboard everywhere. He's getting pissed. Who starts talking to him but this mysterious, sexy girl? She ends up being the one who's like, hey, you okay there? Because I've been watching you and you're getting better. You really ate sand last time. And he's like, whoa. You've been watching me? And then starts the hilarious commentary and banter between the two of them. It's one of my absolute favorite parts of this book, y'all. I mean, the two of them have chemistry that's off the fucking charts, and they are hilarious. He hates surfing. He sucks at it. He doesn't like it, but he's doing it kind of as a hobby to keep him going, because he's on the outside now. I like how he keeps referring to the real world outside of the prison as the outside. I'm on the outside. It's like in Stranger Things where they're in the upside down. He's like, I'm in the outside. She tries to talk to him. She tells him this funny story about how she wiped out really bad one time, and she ended up blowing like snot seaweed out of her nose, and it was really funny because he still thought it was hot, and I kind of giggled because I was like, That's some shit, I would say. We don't even know her name yet, and she's fucking hilarious. We find out that Stone has a crime syndicate after him. They go to his boss's place, to his place of employment. He works as a mechanic. They done screwed that place up. They graffitied and tagged the whole front yard and tore the fucking place up. A whole bunch of cars got messed up. And I'm like, oh snap, what's happening next? At this point in the book, you're just kind of like, wow, he's mad. You can practically feel the adrenaline running through his angry veins, because you know he's one of them dudes who has like one of them crazy ass little veins in the side of his forehead that like bulges out when he gets all pissed, and you see him like his eye twitching, and you know you need to get the fuck out of there. You find out that Hot Surfer Girl was actually Hot Surfer Cop, or Hot Surfer Detective. She was called onto scene to investigate with her partner the happenings over at Eddie's garage. Her name is fucking Luna. I already love her, and then you find out her name is Luna, Detective Luna. Oh hell yes. And they see each other and they're like, what? My mind is blown. She starts talking about him, and you're like, oh my god. Because you already knew he was hot. Even when he wasn't talking about himself, you just knew he was hot. And then she's talking about the grease under his fingernails from, you know, working in a mechanic's garage, and I'm just like, you're speaking my language, okay? Because maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe this is just me. I'm just going out on a limb here. But I think that is incredibly sexy when a man has grease under his fingernails, because that means he's hard at work doing something, fixing something. I love that shit. My husband is an airplane mechanic, and that's hot. I'm sorry, but that's hot. So I'm right along on this page with her. I'm ready. My body is ready for the rest of this book, okay? And what's funny is in the next scene, they end up meeting each other at the bar while he's trying to pick up some random chick, trying to get her off of his mind. And the whole time that they interact, I have this huge goofy grin on my face because I love reading that. They are just so funny together, and the witty banter is on point. And if you've ever read any of Roxie's other books, you would know that that's something she does. That's like a trademark of hers. She knows her shit when it comes to writing good dialogue. He acts as her knight in shining armor, or knight in sexy black leather, whatever you want to call her. And he ends up helping her get her keys out of her car. And in a way, she repays him by making out with him. And I'm not talking just a normal make out session. It's hot, y'all. It's hot. I was like, oh, they gonna do it right here against the car? Okay, I'm ready. No, that's not what happened, because he ended up pulling away, talking about, no, I can't do this. And he's sitting there thinking, you know, I don't want to get too close to her. She's too good for me. And he's talking about he's not trying to form any attachments. And I'm sitting here like, no, you just shut your sexy mouth, Stone Williams. You bone her, and you stop that right now. Stop thinking too much, because I'm ready. I'm waiting. And you're messing this whole thing up. But let me tell y'all, Roxie's a little tease, just like I like them. And they build up the tension like it's the damn 4th of July around here, and there's parties going on, there's fireworks everywhere when they finally do hook up. And I'm just saying, it would not be 4th of July without somebody sucking on a popsicle with juice dripping down their chin. Stone has got it bad. I mean, I love how hung up he is on Luna. Oh man, then it happens. Y'all, it finally happens. And I won't even try to do her a disservice by explaining that scene. You just can't. But let's just put it this way. I will never look at my crappy old futon the same ever again. At least not without needing a cold shower. One thing that really struck me as something you just don't really see in a whole bunch of other books, this touching, relatable scene with her family and Stone. I mean, you don't see that usually. You don't have a whole lot of that interaction. but you do. And there's this whole scene between him and her mom. And I'm just like, girl, I know exactly what you're talking about right now. I mean, the way she and her mom talk and interact, and then her mom just being like completely oblivious to it all. I loved it. It was like one of them small scenes that you probably don't really pay attention to until it really grabs you. You know what I mean? Then we end up getting a flashback scene that explains Stone's past and what happened, why he ended up in the situation he was in. And my God, that man is like a fucking hero. And of course, some crazy shit goes down because, let's face it, we know it's gonna happen. We knew it was coming. It's here. It's happening. And I just cannot give the rest of the story away. You really have to pick it up and read it yourself. Roxie's books are amazing. She is a fantastic writer. And if you haven't picked this book up yet, what are you waiting for? You know you want to know what happens at the end. And that's where I'm going to have to leave you all. Sorry to say. Thank you for stopping by and checking out this latest video. And remember to stay drunk reading. Bye, y'all.